It was a great question. I think that people can find out a lot about churches on their website, and I would think that they would be looking for faithfulness to the gospel, how they live out in community, and what their mission is as a church, and how they want to live out that faith in the real world.
Mm-hmm. You know, Cooper, church is really so much, it's Christian community. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about
right.
church. And so,
it's not the building so much, you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, that implies relationships. And, you know, the whole thing of whether or not you're comfortable in a community of people depends so much upon the relationships and just, you know, what the chemistry is there. You know, do I fit here? Do I belong here? Is there a place for me here? Can I invest myself here? Can I benefit and feel fortified by this environment and that sort of thing? And so, you know, the question you're asking is it's a very individual thing, and you know, we can learn a good bit from internet research and that kind of thing too, from talking with our friends, and also, you know, honestly, you have to get out and just experience some contexts and some environments and kind of take upon yourself a little bit of initiative to just kind of explore, and you know, I wish there were a shorter way to kind of cut through a lot of that, but you really even learn from even some of the you know, the examples that aren't as helpful or instructive to you about where you really would fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and maybe talk to some of your friends that you see some things happening in their lives and say, hey, where do you go? Maybe I could go with you and, you know, find it out.
Absolutely, I think word of mouth is still one of the biggest ways that churches grow.
Yeah, and you already have a relationship there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that what's important is to be deliberate about your decision and to be deep about it. Don't walk into a church and get excited because of the music or because of this or because of that. Don't go just by the demographic of who's sitting there or what the, you know, artwork is hanging on the wall and so forth. Too many times we make superficial decisions, and I think that's one of the reasons why college-age students are having so much challenge in school as it is, because they're making superficial decisions about their career choices. We've talked about this before. So a church is an important place for you to grow and learn, and it means so much to you in the long run that you don't even realize today. Be deep about your decision. Like Pastor George said, check out the mission of it. Like Steve mentioned, you know, check out what they're doing online, what's going on out there, what's happening, not just with looking at the faces, but see what they're really all about before you make the decision. And don't hesitate to visit, you know. A lot of times we think, well, we walk into one church, we don't like that, we're not coming back here, you know. Yeah. That's all right, but as long as you go to the next one and check it out. It may not be the first one you walk into. And the last comment I want to make is don't look for the perfect church. Because as soon as you join the perfect church, it's not perfect anymore. So, and I certainly myself included in that. So keep that in mind, that there is no perfect church. God made it very clear there was only one person that walked this earth that was ever perfect. And if you believe in Him, you got it all clinched. Believe me, everything else will come.
Sure. Great.